Alright. Bible study time. So, in 4th grade, I got beat up by a 6th grader. I'm talking dude literally picked me up over his head and body slammed me in front of all my goons. Come on, bruh. So after I gained consciousness, I got back up and was thinking to myself, this dude about to kill me. That's when I just screamed out, I'ma go get my brother. Y'all, my brother in high school. I went and got a grown man in high school to come beat up an elementary kid. But I ain't care. So I got to the house. I was like, Chris, this dude just body slammed me in front of all my goons. This dude 26. You gotta do something. And Chris being Chris, he probably was on a Dreamcast. If you don't know what the Dreamcast is, you too young for your boy. Anyway, he was probably on a Dreamcast. He was like, alright. At that moment, I already knew. I just knew he wasn't about nothing. But he got up. We walking back to campus. I'm in the front. Like, yeah, have that same energy when big bro come here. He get up there. He's like, which one did it? And I was live, yo. I was live. I was like, I feel like I have a pit bull. No, I feel like I have Wolverine with me. And all I gotta say is 3 words when I get there. There you go. Y'all, when I tell y'all, Chris did absolutely nothing. This dude was like, hey, just don't do it again. And that's it. I was like, I think that was the first time I ever cussed my brother out. We walked back to the crib. I was like, man, you get on my damn nerves. He said, I'm gonna tell mama. I said, man, whatever, bro. I tell that story to make this point about our perspective about God. Is that's sometimes how we view him. I like to call it the Thor effect. Like, we have this Hollywood driven mindset that when we call on God to come down and handle something that is beating us up thoroughly, we expect him to come down guns blazing like Thor did in Wakanda when he got the axe. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just not the case all the time. Now imagine yourself going through that same fight that's beating you up thoroughly, and you call out to God like, hey God, I don't need angels, I don't need a tree on fire, I don't need no water to be split. I need you specifically to come down and crush all this. And God is like, I bet, I'm coming. And he comes down as that 8 pound, 6 ounces baby Jesus of himself. That's the version you get. That's the God version you get.
Dear 8 pound, 6 ounce, newborn infant Jesus. Don't even know a word yet. Just a little infant, so cuddly, but still omnipotent.
So now you're in the fight of your life, and now you have this baby in your hand that is God, and fragile and vulnerable and needs protection. How does your faith in God look like now? In Luke chapter 2 verse 7, it reads, she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for him. If you truly believe God is the God of everything, that means he's also the God of vulnerability. I like to think of God as the greatest lyricist of all time. Like, he got bars for days. And I feel like he used his birth as the perfect metaphor as what we have to go through in this world. Life is a manger. If you don't know what a manger is, it's literally just a long bucket for animals to feed out of, like sheep, cattle, horses, some cases pigs. Some may even refer to it as a slop bucket. And isn't that just the perfect picture as what it looks like to be born into sin. As a child, at least in my opinion, you're filled with the most purest of love. Like this is the most innocent you're going to be in your entire life. And you're just thrown into this world where it's filled with adultery, racism, infidelity, war, greed, parentless children, abusive fathers and mothers, and whatever other evils you can think of. You're literally just placed in a bucket of slop, and you're expected to maneuver through it, but not just pointless maneuvering, but maneuver through it with righteousness. So how can you maneuver past being cheated on? How can you maneuver past being betrayed by someone that you love dearly? How can I maneuver past getting body slammed in front of the same way God did it?
How you do that there?
With a community of good-hearted people that are striving to live righteously. The same way God chose to be born into sin, He also chose the people to surround Himself with during His time here on earth. But not just any parents. He specifically chose these two because He knew that they would live righteously and have His back during the time where He's most vulnerable. And we're the most vulnerable when we are 8 pounds and 6 ounces. He was born in a manger, exposed to all the outside elements that was more than likely filled with slop. So He found 2 parents that will remove the slop for Him and make the bed as sanitary and as comfortable as one manger can possibly be. They removed the slop when He didn't have the physical strength to do it Himself. So I encourage you not to be the Thors in people's lives, because that gives them an unrealistic expectation of what life is going forward. Rather, I encourage you to be slop removers for others. The days of calling God down to come fix a situation really should be over, because He's placed Himself into each and every one of us. I encourage you to be what Tashia and Wanye and Jalen and Ryan Leak were for me back in 2014 when I was going through the deepest depression I've ever experienced in my life. Be people that smile even when there's no reason to smile, because trust me, somebody's watching. Be people who hold other people accountable to remind them that you care about their progression in life. Be people that remove other people's slop during the time when they're too vulnerable to do it themselves. That's how you become more like God.